I would, I'd lower the volume if I were you, because there's going to be quite a lot of yelling and profanity in this video. You stupid, sick son of a bitch! After, 10 days that Tomlin stepped down as head coach, you just go right ahead and hire Mike fucking McCarthy as head coach. I cannot motherfucking believe they did that. Our goal is Art the second. Our goal is to win championships. No, it ain't. No, it ain't, Art. Because if your goal was to win championships, you wouldn't hire this cocksucker here. You would go out and wait for the Rams season to end and bring in Chris Shula here, who was under Sean McVay for 9 years, and give him a chance. Not this fat cocksucker who wrote off of Aaron Rodgers for like 80% of his career. And if you have a sacrifice year, if you have a losing season with Chris Shula or Nate Scheelhaus or even Anthony Weaver at this point, fine, whatever. You are that desperate for a head coach. You are that desperate to keep the non-losing season streak alive. You are that fucking desperate. When it was announced that the Steelers were going to bring in Mike McCarthy for an interview, and when it was announced they were interested in him, I got a real bad feeling in my gut. When they interviewed him Wednesday, I was nervous as hell. I was nervous that this was going to happen. And no, I'm not wearing any Steeler gear in this video here. The only Steeler memorabilia in this video is going to be the backdrop. That's it. No Steeler gear in this video. Unfucking believable. They really hired Mike McCarthy as head coach. They really hired him. Who the hell's going to be your defensive coordinator? What, are you going to keep Terry Austin here now? You're going to extend him? There's no way in fuck Chris Shula's coming here now. There's no way in fuck Nate Scheelhaus is coming here now. Now I look like a damn fool sitting down here talking about the top head coaching candidates for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I fucking wasted my time making those videos. This franchise hadn't learned a fucking thing since 2017. This ass clown continues to show that he is the worst Rooney there is. Your father is rolling in his grave about how you are poorly running this franchise. Mike McCarthy. Mike fucking McCarthy. Why? Why? Oh, it's because he's from Pittsburgh. Oh, it's because he's a Steeler fan. I don't give a flying fuck if he's from Pittsburgh. I don't care if he's a Steeler fan. What's your fucking point? Chuck Noll was from Cleveland. Does that mean Chuck Noll should have been the Browns coach? He played for the Browns even. Hell, Bill Cowher was an assistant under Marty Schottenheimer when Schottenheimer was the Browns coach. Like I said, when it was announced that they were interested in him and when they were going to interview him, I had a real bad feeling in my gut. But I tried to be in the mindset of, well, they're waiting for the Rams season to end. They're waiting for Chris Shula and Nate Scheelhaus to be available for in-person interviews, and then they're going to bring them in for in-person interviews and hire them there. If you want to keep the tradition of the Steelers head coaches, you bring one of those two guys in. You don't just go out of the way and bring in Mike McCarthy just because. All you did was that you took Mike Tomlin, made him about a decade older, and changed the color of his skin. That's all you did. So now, Aaron Rodgers will most likely be back here. So you can expect pretty much the same QB play and the same offense and the same mediocre ass team. I mean, what the fuck goes on in your head? What were you thinking? Oh, at least we didn't promote Arthur Smith. Is that your mindset there? Because I'm telling you, this isn't the worst hire the Steelers could have made. This is the safe route that they took here because you are that desperate to keep an overrated ass streak alive. I thought your goal was to win championships. And you know, now that I think about it, it makes perfect sense. Because in his press conference, Art said that he doesn't like the word rebuild. And I just kind of dismissed that because I didn't know exactly what he meant by that. By if he brings in a new coach, that the team is going to be going through a rebuild. Well, you know what, Art? Just because you don't like a rebuild means you may not like a rebuild, but you're going to have to go through it. All right? Chuck Noll went through a rebuild. And that turned out to be just fine. Wouldn't you say? I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh, I can see the comments already. Oh, I bet you wish you had Mike Tomlin back. I bet you wish Mike Tomlin never stepped down. Oh, I bet you. Oh, you're eating words. No, fuck Mike Tomlin. He needed to be out of here. Because let me tell you this. I was already on shaky grounds with Art II and Omar Khan. I was already on shaky grounds with them because they didn't fire Tomlin when they needed to, when they should have. I've been calling for Tomlin to be fired ever since the Browns playoff game. So I was on shaky grounds with them because they didn't fire him when they should have. And then top that with the questionable drafts that the Steelers have had basically since Omar Khan became the GM. So I was already on shaky grounds with them. But then after Tomlin stepped down and I heard the press conference that Art II gave, I started to get a little more optimistic of one. I started to give him a little bit more credit. I was like, you know what? This guy might be going in the right direction now. He's taking this head coaching search seriously. He went after Sean fucking McVay. The first two guys were under Sean McVay. And it brought my hope up. It brought my hope up that they're taking this head coaching search seriously. Then they show interest in Mike McCarthy. And I just got like a really bad feeling about that. And they hire him. They hire him. They fucking hired him. I will never defend those motherfuckers again. I will never defend Art II again. Sell the fucking team. Sell the team. Listen, you Steelers season ticket holders out there, all right? You season ticket holders out there need to stop going to games, okay? Because if Art II is just going to tune us out when we voice what needs to be said about this franchise, if he's just going to tune us out, then you need to hit him where it hurts and not go to the games. Listen, I got a lot going on in my personal life right now outside of YouTube. You all know that I'm married. Most of you know that I have a kid coming on the way. So it was already hard enough for me to get tickets to a game this year. I was considering, trying to go to a game this year for the first time in a long time. But I knew that was going to be hard enough already. Because, I take my wife or I take a friend of mine to a game. We're looking at like $300-$400 for a weekend, okay? That's a lot of money for someone like me. It may not be a lot to you, but that's a lot of money for someone like me, all right? I am not going to a game. home or away, until this motherfucker is not the owner anymore, until he sells the team, until he fucking bites the dust, until someone else is the owner. I am not going to a game. Not happening. You need to stop. Why are you continuing to go to a game, freeze your ass off in freezing cold weather in the middle of winter, to go to a game to watch a mediocre ass product that gets put out on the field year after year after year? Why? Hit them where it hurts and don't go to the game. And you know, it's funny, the people that are like, you want to question my fandom? You want to question my fandom? You want to call me a fake fan? Motherfucker, if I wasn't a fake fan, if I was a fake fan and I didn't care about this franchise, this hire would not piss me off this much. I would not come on here and showcase my frustrations about this. I would not be this angry about this. I would not be this livid about this. I wouldn't give a damn if I wasn't a real fan. I hate seeing this franchise be mediocre. I hate seeing this franchise not change anything. Because that's what you're getting with Mike McCarthy. That's what you're getting. It's as if Mike Tomlin never left. So yeah, you want to question my fandom? Then why the fuck am I coming on here and showing how angry I am about this hiring? There is not one fucking Steeler fan who is happy about this hire. Not one. I don't care if you're the biggest Mike McCarthy fan there is. There is no way in fuck you can convince me that he was a better option than Chris Shula or Nate Scheelhaus. You can't convince me of that. You can't. There's no way Chris Shula is coming here now. No way. So really, what's the point of me watching the NFC Championship game tomorrow? What's the point? I'm at the gym. I get the notification on my phone. At first, I thought at first I thought someone was just trolling me. All right, I get the notification on my phone from a group chat that I'm in. At first, I thought someone was just trying to set me up and troll me. And then moments later, I see Adam Schefter post it. Then I go ahead and look at the calendar on my phone to see if it's April fucking Fool's Day, because I could not believe my fucking eyes. I hate this so much. I absolutely hate this. This franchise hasn't learned a damn thing. Ever since that, you know what? I'll go back to the Tebow game. This franchise hadn't learned a damn thing from the Tebow game. 15 years ago. 15 years ago. They haven't learned anything from that. The safe thing to say is, since the 2017 season when Dan Rooney passed away that offseason, I'll go further than that. They haven't learned anything since the Tebow game. Because they have been stuck on this treadmill ever since then. That's what the Steelers are like. They're like a treadmill. They're running, but they ain't going anywhere. I can't believe they did this. You don't move on from a head coach who's been here a million years only to replace him with basically the same head coach. 3 extra playoff wins doesn't mean that he's any better. It just means that he just has 3 extra playoff wins. Mike Tomlin coasted on high-end talent for God knows how many years with the teams he had when he first started out in Pittsburgh. Then he got the killer bees and didn't win shit with those teams. Mike McCarthy, he had Aaron Rodgers in his prime up in Green Bay. Only came away with 1 title and underachieved massively with that. And now you're getting a 42-year-old Rodgers. He's going to be 43 this year. And you're getting a 62-year head coach. Do you guys understand the difference between a losing season with a coach like Chris Shula or Nate Scheelhaase or Clay Kubiak or any other of the candidates that I've been throwing out there over the past 10 days or so? Do you understand the difference? A losing season with them is entirely different than a losing season with Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy is not a new head coach. Mike McCarthy is a retread. He is just the next head coach. Chris Shula is a new head coach. Nate Scheelhaase is a new head coach. Anthony Weaver even is a new head coach. Clay Kubiak is a new head coach. Clint Kubiak is a new head coach. This franchise needs fresh blood on the sidelines. They need fresh ideas. They need a fresh philosophy. Not the same rinse and repeat wash cycle with Mike McCarthy, because that's what the fuck you're getting. So no, I'm not regretting Tomlin stepping down. He needed to go. I am fine with, it was long overdue for him to be gone. Do you not understand that? I'm fine with a sacrifice year or two with a fresh new head coach. Not some big old globby, greasy ass fat lard on the sidelines who coasted with Aaron Rodgers. Not that. It's entirely different. Well, this is exactly what they did with Arthur Smith. Oh, well, we did our requirements for the Rooney Rule. We interviewed our two minority candidates, and we brought in Arthur Smith for OC. That's what you did with Mike McCarthy. We interviewed Brian Flores, and we interviewed Anthony Weaver. Nope, we're just going to take Mike McCarthy. We're not going to be patient with the Rams season ending and bring in Nate Scheelhaase or Chris Shula for the millionth fucking time that I've said in this video. They just did the bare minimum. Same thing. God, you have no idea how much I hate this. You have no idea how much I hate this hire. I have not been this pissed off since that Browns wildcard game. I'm serious. I am dead serious. I have not been this pissed off since that disgraceful playoff game that the Steelers had against the Browns in 2020. I have not been this pissed off since then. I just cursed the alphabet from the bottom of my heart because I had the worst feeling that this was going to happen, but I tried to be in the mindset of they're waiting out for the Rams, they're waiting out for Shula and Scheelhaase, and then they just do this. They just do this. They just do the bare minimum for the Rooney Rule, and they bring in Mike McCarthy. Like, I literally feel sick. I literally feel like I want to throw up right now. I hate this. The worst thing, and you know what the worst things about these are, okay? The worst thing about these, okay, like, if Chris Shula said thanks but no thanks, or someone else already hired Chris Shula or Nate Scheelhaase, like, if they were already off the board, don't get me wrong, I'd still be pissed off, okay? I would still be mad, but I wouldn't be as pissed off. That's what makes this worse. The fact that you hired this fucking guy and Chris Shula and Nate Scheelhaase are still there. That's what makes this so much worse. The fact that you can't wait one more fucking day, at the very least. You can't wait 24 more hours. That's what makes this so much worse. You're that impatient, first of all. And secondly, number two, guess what? If the Steelers make the playoffs this year, if the Steelers somehow make the playoffs in 2026, and they get roundhouse kicked in the wild card like they usually do, once again, for it'll be the 8th time in a row. So if the Steelers backdoor their way into the playoffs again, guess what? We won't get one of the quarterbacks in the draft next year, especially if Aaron Rodgers retires after it. We won't get that. So we're going to be mediocre for the next decade or so. We're going to be, right where we were with Tomlin. And everyone's going to continue to lap us as far as the whole league goes, The Titans get Robert Saleh. The Falcons hire Stefanski. The Browns, they've been getting, we can all laugh at the Browns for everyone withdrawing from them. But you know what? They're at least trying to be proactive with fresh new ideas. With Grant Yadinsky, you see it with them. They just can't get anyone to say they want to come over there. The Ravens hired Jesse Minter. The Bills even want to get Phillip fucking Rivers over to them. The Giants with John Harbaugh. You see all these franchises make all these changes for fresh new ideas. All these, maybe except the Giants, okay? Because, John Harbaugh, he's not a fresh new coach, okay? But you get it. You see all these franchises trying to get a new philosophy. What the fuck are the Steelers doing? Yeah. Let's just finish above 500 again, and, we'll go from there. Oh, yeah, our goal is to win championships, though, right? Mike McCarthy ain't won a championship in 15 years. And you think he's going to win a championship here? You think with the way that he chokes in the playoffs, the way he underachieves in the playoffs, the way that he gets smacked around in the conference championship game, the way that he had 3 straight 12-win seasons with the Cowboys a couple years ago and only came away with 1 playoff win. 1. Oh, it's better than what Mike Tomlin did. Who cares? 3 straight 12-win seasons, 1 playoff win. And that playoff win was against a team that finished with a losing record who won their division by complete default. Other than that, he hasn't done jack shit. But your goal's to win championships, right? Fuck this franchise, man. Fuck Art Rooney II. Fuck Omar Khan. And fuck Mike McCarthy. Fuck no, I'm not giving this guy a chance. Because I know what we're getting. Well, so much for all the optimism that I had with the franchise going forward. Who knows? Maybe, who knows? Maybe by the time I'm like 40 or 45, I'll have some newfound faith with the Steelers. Maybe then. Maybe then. Someone said it to me best, and I couldn't agree with it more. We are the AFC Dallas Cowboys. That's what we are. We are the AFC Dallas Cowboys. We had a great reputation back in the day with the Steel Curtain and, the 90s with Bill Cowher. Then you win 2 Super Bowls with Big Ben and Bill Cowher's last few years and Mike Tomlin coming over here. So you build up a great resume right there with 6 championships, and then you coast on that reputation for the rest of your career. All you do now is that you get on primetime, you embarrass yourself in front of the country, you finish with a mediocre record, and then you're just you're basically a glorified first round bye in the playoffs. Yeah, that's right. Art Rooney II, are you sure Art Rooney II is directly related to the Rooney family? Because I personally believe that he is now directly related to Jerry Jones. Because that's who he is. He is the AFC version of Jerry Jones. The Steelers are the AFC Dallas Cowboys. That's all we are. There is no improvement whatsoever. Everything's going to remain the same. You got no defensive coordinator. You don't have a stable offense and a consistent offense. And you are just picking up right from where you left off instead of starting fresh like you need to. I will never defend those two. I will never defend those 2 ass clowns up there again. Never. Not happening. I don't care who they draft. I don't care what quarterback they bring in. I don't care who they hire as the coordinators. I don't care who they add to the roster. Will not happen. Will not attend the games, nothing. Nothing until Art Rooney II is not the owner anymore. Nothing. Nothing at all. But yeah, 25 minutes in. If you're somehow a McCarthy fan, then I don't know what to tell you. If you've made it this long, you're most likely not a McCarthy fan. But let me know what you think down in the comments below, because I think I made it pretty fucking obvious about how I feel about this hire.